UJK, no, Panda. Oh man, you on the money. So far in this, since I've been speaking and people been sending in, I got a few people has found the right character, especially since I dropped that there. Everyone basically is getting to know who the character is. So we'll just move right into it. If you own a ship from this character or you own this particular ship, let's talk about it. Here we go. So here it is, guys. This is the first ship that was made for this particular character that we were talking about right now. And that's the 7144. I got a couple people said Boba earlier, and they were right. This guy has 17 ships made during the years. When I say micro, mini, all of the ships, 17 ships made through the years for him, right? Not different. Some of them were made. Some of them were made with different colors, different bricks, stuff like that. But all in all, he has 17 ships, right? So that's the first one was made right here, 7144. Yeah, you did. Yeah. That's what I said. But I didn't want to let the cat out of the bag. I didn't want to let the cat out of the bag, right? I didn't want to let the cat out of the bag, but you had it. Got to keep it a little, got to keep it a little 100. Anyway, so this was the first ship made. The functionality on this one, I think we spoke about this one before. All the ships, when you turn them like this, you can see the wings, they turn like that. Both ways, that's the functionality like that. He has 2 guns, 2 blasters here. And the cockpit opens like this. This is the only ship where the cockpit, for this particular character, that the cockpit opens in two forms. You got that front right there, and that one right there. So you got 2 movements from that, but that's basically everything that moves on this particular ship. It was made with some special bricks on it there. And the characters that came with this one, particularly, was, here he is, black head, no face, Boba, with the green jetpack, no printing on the back, and this gray, they don't really make this gray anymore with characters at all. And came with this solo and carbonite. So it came with 2 figures, and that was it. That was basically, does anyone in the panel there have one of these, own one of these, or at all? Does anyone have one of these? If you do have one in your collection, man, that's awesome. That's really, really awesome. It's good to hear. I'm a big Boba fan. As you know, I'm Boba Bricks. When you see me out there, but I'm Boba, Gentleman Boba, right? So that's the first one here. And like I said, came with 2. And this one came out in 2002. Right? 2002, 7144. And it came out with 2. This one right here, if you look at it, you can see it's really sort of shiny if you look. The solar and carbonite. As we go along, we'll discuss more on that particular thing that I brought up, right? So have a look at that. If you own that or you own the figure, man, that's really awesome. If you don't and you're a fan, you need to go out and get one of those, right? Get one of these Bobas, right? The price on that one now is like about 15 to 16 pounds. Or dollars, it's about $25. Brand new, the whole set. I've seen them on eBay for about, what is it going for now? Like between $120 and $150. All right, so let's move on. Let's put this to the side right over here and move on to the next one that was made. Right? What do you guys think is the next one that's coming up? Well, you build that about 50 cents. Wow. That's amazing, man. That's amazing. Yeah, so what do you think is the next one coming up? If you know what's the next one coming up, drop a line, drop a message. Let me know if you know what's the next one's coming up. So after that one, they came out with the next one not too long after. Not too long after. Do you know what it is? If you do, drop it in the comments. Let me know if you know. If you're a big fan, let me know if you know what it is. Again, this is iconic. It's iconic, and everybody, more or less, I think you should have this. If you're a Star Wars fan, you should have this in your repertoire, in your sets. The next one that came out, guys, it's this big fella right here. This big guy right here. Might have to back my camera up because it's really, really huge, right? So I might have to back my camera just a little bit, guys, right? Yes, so that's the next one that came out. It's the 6209, came out in 2006, right? Came out in 2006. If you have a look at it right here. Again, that same playability. When you fly it, the wings turn up like that right here. Really, really good build. I had real fun building this. Real fun building this, guys. This is really awesome. The green on this, I remember when I just started building this before I bought a full set. What I did was I was trying to build it from scraps that I had in my garage. And the green was so difficult to find. Even when I was trying to buy them on eBay or Amazon, Facebook or whatever, it was so difficult to find, man. You couldn't find it at all. Really hard to find. Anyway, so let's move on. On this one, has some doors right here where you would put different things. If I can just get it, pop it open here. Can't pop it open because I have that blocking it off. It's blocking it off still. Stuck, seems to be stuck. Anyway, so it has the doors there. And this is where I was talking about before. If you look, can you see one of these is way more shiny than the other, even if I turn it up, right? The one from 7144 is much more glossy, and this one is less, right? So it came out with that, which fits in right in here. And for that to work, you would just turn the lever on the side, right? That same lever I was trying to open the door before. I moved the lever now, and if you look, you can see the door opening right here. And if you look, you can see the lever there, right? So when you put your Han Solo over here to put it away, you just slide it up, and you just turn that up like that. Can you see that, guys? If you notice, it just slipped out there. Yeah, so when you place it there, you push it in, turn it up, and it'll be locked in. Right, and there you go, sliding out again. So that's basically part of the playability on this. So that's one of the figures that came to Carbonite. And we had one IG robot that came with it, droid, over here. Just turn him around. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll move the ship back a little bit so you guys can get a better look at these. All right, so you had 1, 2, 3, 4 characters that came with that one. And you also had Boba that came with that set also. Jay, what's up? A Christmas tree. Yeah, so this is one of the set that came with 5 characters in it. 5 characters, guys. If you want to call this a non, some people, there's always a question if this is a character or not, but I call it a character because there you go. You can see a figure there, even if it's just a plate. And the other 4, right? So it came with those 4 characters plus that. Okay, yeah. So as I said before, that one came out in 2006. And this, I think this is one of the better builds. You can open up the top here. There are different things you can open on the top. All right. There are little doors you can open. So there's a lot of playability with this one. And as I said before, with this one, you can only pull the top off and then put it back on, as opposed to the 7144. Right. So but it added a lot of more stuff that you can move. Like I said, the blasters, the top opening up right here. Okay. So let's move that one over to the side. Move these figures to the side also. Let's move on to the next one. Can anyone tell me the next one that came out after that? Does anyone know the one that came out next? Do you know the next one that came out? Does anyone have an idea which came out next? Can you drop a comment if you do, if you own that? Anyway, so let's move right into it. And that one came out in 2010. 2010. Here it is right here, guys. Slave 1, 2010. And we'll start with the cockpit. The same thing. The cockpit opened like this, and that's about it. That's basically how it opened, and that's the end of that. The top's open like this, so you can just open that there. And if you look, these are rockets right here. So if you hit the bottom, which I'll show you in a second, I'll turn it over and I'll show you guys. If you hit the bottom, those rockets would blast. And as it always says on all the books, watch your eyes. So if you would hit that, it would blast those out. If you hit that right here, can you see it? Right? Basically, it had the same build on it, like the other one, like the last one, the 6209. But it had a lot more stuff that you can open up. So it had here where this gun comes out like this. Right, so you can get this gun out like that. Over here, you had the blasters over here, 2 blasters over here, which was built differently to the last one. I don't even think they make those guns particularly anymore. I haven't seen these guns. These guns right here, they don't make that particular part of Lego anymore. I haven't seen it on any ships, right? Then you had the opposite side with the same gun function right here. So both sides can open up and shoot there. And again, you had that space where the Carbonite could just go in and you would close it up like so. And that'd be that. Just made some adjustments there. Just got to clip that back in. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, you can close the space up with a Carbonite right here with Han Solo on it. So that's the playability on that. If you guys have this in your collection, man, that's amazing. If you don't, again, go out and get yourself one. I seen it on eBay running for like, it's not that expensive. This one's like £100, which is like $110, $115. So it's not a bad buy at all. And I'll show you the figures that came with, right? So you had the Solo that I just showed you there. You had this Master Hunter right here, Assassin. You know who that is. And it also came with this one right here. So these are the figures that came with this ship. If you have that in your set, that's amazing. If you don't, I'd say go out and get it because it's really good build, right? Really, really good build. I'd say go out and get this. This is an amazing ship. So, right, let's move on to the next. Let's move on to the next ship. Real quick, if you have this in your closet, awesome. There's a couple things with this particular build. This ship looks very much similar to the Cloud City. The second Cloud City, the build looks after a lot of the pieces on it are very much similar to that. On this cockpit, why I pulled this one out, the cockpit opens differently. It opens forward. Can you see that? Opens going that way, as opposed to all the other sets, the cockpit would open the other way, but this one opens this way, reversed, right? On this ship, same things. The wings turn up and down when you turn the ship. If it's built right, you have these 2 little rockets here that fire off on the side. If you can see that right here. If you press on here, I'll have to put my hand. If you press on there, I don't know if you guys can see that. Look, it pops out like that, right? So that's one of the playability on it. Just put that back right here. So it's both sides, those 2 guns. That's the only ship I've seen with the 2 guns right here. as opposed to just the blasters in the back, right? This blaster's turned basically the same as the others, but this one you can turn it going out this way. None of the other ships you can turn it like this. Just place that back on there. All the others, they can only turn up and down, right? Back here again has that thing where you can put. It didn't come with any of the, well, actually it did. Yeah. So you have that little slot right here that you can put the carbonite. But on this one particularly, this one is the 75312 right? And this one, if you look right here, the figures that it came with was a pig in carbonite, right? Look, if you look right here, came with a pig in carbonite. Can you guys see that there? Right? And that would go right into that slot right there. And you would close it down like that. So one of the guards, right, would fit right in there, but he came in carbonite, which is very different from this. Really, really different, but there you go. One of the reasons I got this ship is because I wanted to get all the carbonite figures that I could find that was made like this, or anything of that sort. I did a video on that also. Yeah, so it came with, if you look right here, I'll move this back, and you got the guard. You got Boba right here with the brown face, similar to the one that came in the mech. Right, nice printing on the arms. This is one of these everyone was waiting for because they wanted to sort of like match up with the original Django from the Cloud City set that's so expensive right now. All right, so you got two there, and then it came with this final one, which is Mando. Again, I wish they put Mando with a face on him on this one, but they didn't, unfortunately. He has nice printing on the arm. I think that would have completed it. It would really make it look really good. Printing on the legs, right? Helmet's basically the same. Nice gray cape. So this one came with 3 figures. If you guys can see all of those, take a closer look. Printing on the arm, printing on the legs, printing on the back. The Boba came with printing on the legs, right? Really good printing. If we take the pack off, check see for the printing on the back. So we get this pack off, jetpack. Printing on the back, and you see that there? Really good printing on the back, shows that. And that's it. So guys, I just wanted to do this live today so we can talk